Lawin Media Network.
Bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
Business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawin Media Network.
Good evening and welcome to the Biz Talk, brought to you by the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce, Texas, Greater Houston region, and produced by Lawin Media Network. My name is Bobby Reyes.
And I am Tess Tuazon. Magandang araw po sa Pilipinas. We are live from Houston, Texas, and we are now following a different format. We used to have Zoom like talking heads. Now you see us live, the two of us in our living room.
Yes.
And we invite guests to join us. And for tonight, we have our
Let's just surprise them.
PACC. Oh, okay.
Let's just surprise them.
We'll tell you later. We'll tell you some stories first before we go on.
Yeah, because season 1 of the Biz Talk was essentially brought about by, I guess we could call it the pandemic now, where everybody is on their own webcams and it's all on a virtual platform. But we decided for this season of the Biz Talk, we're going to bring you our guests live. And so we will have face-to-face discussions. And I think it's just more personal that way.
Yeah, we get to see their facial expressions. We get to interact.
Yes. And so you're watching us either on Facebook or on YouTube Live, and the show will be brought to you live every first and third Thursday of the month, 7 p.m. Central Time, and that's going to be 8 a.m. Philippine time. So you will be able to watch us live. You will be able to watch our recorded shows.
And I hope that if you're not available at 8 a.m. to watch us live, look us up and see the recorded show.
Yes, and if you remember, our show tagline used to be TBT, the Biz Talk, but now we've changed it. It's now connecting people, ideas, and empowering business, because our guests will primarily be members of our chamber, and we will be here to present their stories, their personal stories, their business, how was it started, and what makes their business successful. And we'd like to know more about them, because you go to a store, you do what you need to do, you buy whatever, you eat in a restaurant, but sometimes you wonder what was the history of this place. And that's what we're here to do. We're going to bring them to you in our next show and all the future shows.
So you will meet our PACC members and get to know them, get to know the way they run their businesses, the way they interact with other businesses during our PACC Biz Mix. That's our business get together.
Business mixer.
Mixer.
So because so we're going to give you an overview actually of everything that our chamber does, all our activities, and we're hopefully be able to show you some pictures and flyers of the things that we have done in the last few months, because we have been off the air for a few months, taking a breather, and essentially we decided to reformat the show. So like we were saying, we were always coming to you live, but now we have our guests live with us instead of virtually. So hopefully you find that idea refreshing in a way. And also, if you're watching us live, if you want to leave a comment for us, it's either in Facebook or on YouTube. We will be able to see it, and we can respond to your questions or your comments.
And we welcome your suggestions and comments so we can make this live show better. And talking about the breather, there was from December to February, there was a month where most of the board of directors from the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce were in the Philippines, either for business or for visits or for reunions. And we got to get together too. Like it was a board meeting, and we got to meet some other friends of the chamber in Manila, and it was fun. But the only not so fun time was getting to and fro from the venues, because number one problem in Manila is
Traffic.
the traffic jam. But you got to live it, and you have to adjust. Just have to wake up earlier.
Yeah, so we actually didn't plan to be in Manila at the same time. It just so happened that we were there at the same time. So, as Tess is saying, we ended up representing the chamber in multiple events. We were primarily on vacation, but these days, you can never really be on vacation fully. You have to maximize the time that you spend. You maximize why you travel that long.
Yeah.
And plus, you want to meet people.
You mix business with pleasure, and those business owners and our friends in Manila are also eager to meet with us and get updates on what's going on in Houston. And same with us. We want to know what's going on in Manila, so we can bring you what's
There's more in store.
there is a lot more.
So tell them about a quick summary of your vacation.
Well, I have not celebrated Christmas with my family in 40 years. I go there usually in February or January, but never in December. So it was a fun Christmas vacation with my kids and grandkids. And February was supposed to be my golden high school reunion, but
You're giving your age away.
I was under the weather and I couldn't go. So,
But you were able to attend the first night, though.
yeah, I partied with Coco Martin.
Okay, name dropping now, aren't we? Who
Well,
else?
That's all I could say.
So is this like Las Vegas? Whatever happens in Manila stays in Manila. Is that what you're saying?
Whatever happened in those four walls stayed there.
But we do
No,
know
but
you have pictures.
We had pictures, and I actually got a video from him greeting the people from Houston.
Yeah.
So hey,
Well, I
he's
hate
he's a good kid.
No, but I hate to admit I don't know who he is. Who is he?
They call him, well, it's Batang Quiapo. I don't watch it either, but I'm a fan of him because he's a good looking artista in the Philippines.
I understand he's very popular.
That's what I didn't know how popular he was until people told me. God, we're so out of touch sometimes.
Yeah, but you had an extended vacation because you were in Manila for over 2 months.
Close to 3.
Close to 3, because you were there before Christmas. You left after Thanksgiving. And
After Thanksgiving, it was at the end of February. That was
you came back at the end of February.
Yeah, came back. Yes.
Yeah, but
From December 2nd to February 21st. So that's all. That was all my grandson counted the days. It was 81 days. So
81 days. I think mine
81
was.
days.
I think I was away for 2 weeks, 2.5 maybe, and primarily it was to visit my siblings in Manila and meet up with my cousins because it's never, to me, it's not about the place anymore. It's about meeting the people. And I wanted to reconnect with my cousins who I haven't seen in many, many years.
So it was a family reunion
Yes.
for you.
And like you, I attended the 45th anniversary of my high school graduation. And so we're looking forward to the next 5 years. So we'll we'll do our 50th.
Hope we're still around.
We're very hopeful we're still going to be around. But Manila is still a place that, even though I grew up there, there's still so many places that I haven't been. And so my goal next time I go back, sometime early next year, is to visit even more of Manila, because there's Intramuros alone. There's so many things to look into. And then the problem, though, like you said, is traffic. So you have to get there early. And my brother told me parking. Can you imagine? Parking is going to be a problem as well. So, but it's part of what makes Manila unique. And my understanding is its population, I think it's over, I can't even remember, but it boggled my mind that the population of Manila is larger than Houston, even though Houston's land area is much larger than Manila.
It is so compact, and they keep building all those high-rise condos, but the streets remain as is.
Well, but you have to remember too, it's a historical city. It was not designed for modern cars. So as the city grew, the streets did not grow along with them.
But some people take the motorbike. They call it angkas.
Oh, yes.
Umangkas ka na lang para wala kang problema sa traffic.
And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a motorcycle with a driver. It's kind of like Uber on two wheels. Uber on motorcycles, but there's 3 different companies that provide it. So I think it's their ingenious way of getting over the traffic, because while the cars cannot move, the scooters can get in between the cars and continue.
That's why Uber didn't last in Manila, because they cannot compete with the motorcycles.
Okay, and you notice that EDSA now has those dedicated bus lanes, and so I remember driving there before. You would have to play patintero with the buses, while you're driving your car.
jeepneys.
But now they're in their own bus lanes in the middle, so which made it a little bit easier. But I'm not saying it's a lot easier. But anyway, it's a way of life, and for the people who live in Manila, they know what we're talking about. But I think at this point, before we go forward, I think we need to take a break.
Let's take a break.
We'll see you soon.
In a world filled with fleeting moments, there's beauty waiting to be captured. My name is Christian, and I specialize in immortalizing your most precious memories. From elegant weddings to vibrant events and timeless portraits, I'm here to make every moment unforgettable. Let me tell your story through the lens. Contact me today and let's create magic together.
We're back. It's a live show.
Cheers. Bobby, we're back.
We're back.
We're
and
back
with
live.
our, I promise next week I will have a PACC TX mug, but this will do for today.
And guess what I'm drinking? It's salabat.
Salabat, really, ginger tea.
Ginger tea.
And what's in your ginger tea?
Actually, it's ginger pineapple tea. That's it. Just ginger and pineapple gives it a little sweetness.
No shots?
No shots.
No shots. We want to be awake. I think what we want to do now is to give an idea of the many events that the PACC TX Greater Houston region has done in the last few months. and and to think about all the planning that goes behind the scenes for all these events. It's actually a lot of details, but you know what? This regional chamber is staffed or is full of volunteers on the board of directors, each with their own specialties, and they're led by none other than our region chair. We lovingly call Ate Margarita Trom, and we're gonna have her on one of our future shows so we can listen to what her plans are for this region.
And I'm so proud that I am with a group of people who are so dedicated.
Mhm.
Dedicated. Um, Tito Florence said it's like a mafia. Once you're in, you can't get out. It's just so challenging
Well,
and so inspiring.
Well, one of the good things is you're right. Unlike other organizations, you only pay once for your membership fee, and it's a lifetime. It's a lifetime membership.
It's a
fee.
lifetime membership, and the thing is, the pioneers, that's counting the two of us, we're still there, even though we've let the younger ones lead the way, but we're still helping them out
Mhm.
when they ask for our help.
No, we used to be actively involved. We still are to an
We still
extent,
are.
but now we're more of.
We have to.
I hate to say the elders, but
We
elders
are.
in a good way.
Yes,
you know?
we have to designate so there's continuity for this organization.
Right.
Because if we don't delegate this to the younger people,
Hmm.
it's gonna die, just like other organizations that stagnated.
Right. And just so they know, we're both past chairs. I was a past region vice chair, and I became the vice, and then I became the region chair, and I lovingly call myself the pandemic chair because the pandemic happened the first year of my term. So I did my first 2 years, but of course, after 2 years, the pandemic was still in full swing. We couldn't meet in person.
That's right.
So the board decided, we met virtually, and the board decided, we'll just vote to have you there. So I was region chair for 4 years.
Wow.
But I'm also one of the founders that are based in Houston. There's four of us. There's me, there's Florginhawa, there's Tito Refi, and
Tito
there's Grace
Refi.
Rodriguez.
Grace Rodriguez.
So you'll get to
yes.
meet them in our future shows. And Manay Tess is a past region chair.
Yes, I was, and we were also past chair with another organization.
With other Filipino organizations.
So Bobby and I have been together for over 20 years. And yeah, 25 years, a quarter century. And we've been active in the Filipino community.
Yes.
And we love Houston, so we're here.
So let's start with this event is what's now in its third year. Last year happened in early November
Yes.
2024. It's our annual PACCTX dinner and awards night. I was not able to attend because I was out of the country, but Manay Tess was actually there, and you were one of the MCs. So what can you tell us about that event?
Well, as usual, we select through a very thorough process. We select the best in categories, like the best chef, the best businessman, the best, so many categories. But it was a painstaking vetting process so that everything was what do you call that?
Vetted.
It was vetted
Judged?
and judged so that nobody can question
Yes.
the outcome of the awards.
Yeah, I feel like we had what do you call those accounting firms, but we did not. But we had our very own team behind the scenes that tabulated the judge
Yep.
scores, because even the judges didn't know what the other judges were thinking because we were all virtual to do the judging, and so it was a big surprise to find out who won.
That's the way we do it. Really, we have to be responsible. We have to be just, and and our president made sure that if somebody questioned anything, we can support our judging
Yes.
by the records we kept.
But
So-
when I saw the winners, I was very impressed that we do have Filipinos in our midst who excel at their fields. Because I know we had a teacher, then we had a judge, no,
Yep.
not a lawyer. I can't remember all the categories. I know there's more than
Okay,
five.
yeah.
But what can you tell us about your guest speaker,
Who was the guest speaker last year?
Chris Hollins,
Oh my God.
your friend,
It's Chris. He is the city controller, and he
Houston
was
City Controller.
the city controller. He, I met him when he was at City Hall in one of those meetings with the mayor and those newly appointed officers. And when he when he was invited and said yes, the audience really were so happy about him because he loves the Filipino community, and he knows the contribution that the Filipinos are giving to the community. Just imagine, think about this. Houston has the biggest medical center in the world,
Mhm.
and we have a lot of Filipinos in the medical field, doctors, nurses,
PTs.
PTs, and also in Houston we have the oil and gas industry. So we have a lot of Filipino engineers working for the oil and gas industry. So the ideal couple is a nurse or doctor and an engineer. And they make it big here in Houston.
Yeah, and I understand it was a very successful evening. We saw the video. There's so many guests, and it looks like they enjoyed the dancing part as well.
Of course, there are
And-
every event has to have the exercise part. You got to dance,
Yes.
dance the night away.
And so one of the things that our chamber is proud of is we do have various events that are held for the benefit of our members and non-members as well. Because we want to show everybody that you're welcome. You don't have to be a member. We would love you to become a member, but you can still take part in our events. So one of the events that we do is called the Biz Mix, which is our mixer, which is our business mixer. So we call it Biz Mix for short. And so we had one last December, and it was primarily for our members. And it's let's backtrack. A chamber of commerce is effective only when you do face to face, because that's how you build your relationships. That's how you network. It's by meeting people in person. That's why during the pandemic it was a little difficult to stay relevant, but we were able to do so. But every chance we get, in this case, we try to have a business mixer every 2 months. So this was in December, which also served as our Christmas party. And so it was well attended. We recognized the new members, we recognized existing members, and we make it where we show the new members how welcome they are. And so we have a very good membership committee led by, I believe it's Gemma Gulaksin
Yep.
and Alyssa Espinosa, and they do a really wonderful job of taking care of our new members.
Our new members receive their plaques or membership folder, the new member folder, so that they can read the history of the chamber and how they can help, how they can network and be comfortable in being with a group.
Yeah, and so we held that last in December. We haven't really decided when the next one's going to be, but rest assured, it's coming soon. And so we also did.
And next to that was our speaker series.
Yes. So that's actually our signature event.
Yes.
We started with the speaker series, and it used to be every month. And so what we would do is we would find speakers who will speak on topics that are relevant to our members. And so we've had people talk about the Small Business Administration and loans available. We've had people speaking on immigration. And
About-
we've had, during tax time in the United States, tax time is April 15 every year is when you need to submit your tax returns. We've had CPAs as guest speakers to talk about changes in the tax law because that happens. And so our latest one, our first one for this year was the speaker series on immigration, where we had our very own attorney Gary Ilagan as the speaker, because the times have changed recently for immigration here in the United States without going into too much detail. So what do? We need to let people know what the new changes are and how they can prepare for it. And so that was a very well-attended event as well.
And also, because of immigration changes that happen on a whim, it was really good to listen to Attorney Gary Ilagan,
He gave us
to illuminate,
yes,
to illuminate and make those laws that are so vague be understandable and
Gary made it easy to understand. So we understand a lot of people actually learned quite a bit. And so we did another event in March.
it is our Biz Stops, that are business stops. So what we do during Biz Stops is we go visit our members and go to their businesses, and maybe one weekend we go to restaurants. So this past March we went to three
Cafe.
businesses: To Go Cafe inside HEB over on Bel Air, and then we went to the new location of Capitayo, and the third one was at Pasayan Sanayon. So that's all done in one afternoon. And
did you have enough to eat?
Sometimes by the time you get to the next one, it's hard to say no.
I know.
You know,
They're all good stuff too.
You gotta try everything.
So I missed that. For some reason, I'm usually out of town when these events happen, but I will try to join the next one. Hopefully, I will be in town. The latest one we had, I believe it was just last week. Our speaker series was on property taxes in Harris County, and so it's I don't know if how different or how the same it is in other countries, but here in the United States, especially in Texas, we do pay property taxes on our houses. And so to navigate through all the different exemptions and all the different types of property taxes and in all the other services that office provides, they actually also take in the car registrations, my understanding is. And so we had a wonderful speaker, Clementina Nunez. I was there as well, and I learned so much on property taxes. As you know, we try to maximize our exemptions so we don't pay as much.
Yep. And maybe for the next speaker series, that would be in June?
Be sometime, but
April, May.
this is a good time to remind them that follow us on our Facebook page, the PACCTX GHR. You will find all our events, or you can sign up on our website to get the newsletter, because we do have a newsletter that comes out that lists everything that we do. So before we bring our guest speaker on, I think we need to take another break.
We'll see you.
Hello po dyan sa mga taga-Texas. Nandyan po kami ni Desa sa June 14 at meron po kaming show sa Gaylord Texan Resort and Convention Center on June 14. So, nandyan po ang mga detalye below sa ating poster and I hope to see you soon, guys. See you sa June 14.
Join us for a captivating new series where Lawin sits down with the trailblazers of the music and entertainment world. Discover the stories behind the faces and voices that shape our culture and community.
We will bring you exclusive interviews with industry legends and rising stars. Behind the scenes insights and get a peek into the creative processes and personal journeys. Artists and performers and their upcoming shows and events.
Stay tuned for more updates and sneak peeks. Follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel.
Para hindi ko nakikita sila. Oh, we're back.
Ngayon, nakikita ka na.
Oh, I know.
And ladies and gentlemen, we would like to introduce to you
Our guest speaker.
our special guest speaker, our PACC Texas President,
State President.
State President, Attorney Eileen, and she's here to chat with us.
And we're proud to say she's one of us.
She's one of us, of course.
She's a past region chair. Okay, I spoke earlier about me being the pandemic chair. I was so happy when she took over because we had an election and she was the next region chair. And look, we're so proud of her. She's now the state president. And so she's here to talk to us about our chamber because I think we are proud of the chamber.
Yeah, let me ask you, Attorney, can you explain to our audience the state, the regions takeover?
Sure. Sure. I'm happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Yes, so the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Texas is a state chamber composed of 5 regional chambers. So for the state level, we have the state president, and then the next to the state president is the executive director, and below the executive directors are the officers of the state chamber. We have the state secretary, state treasurer, and state auditor. Yes, and of course, all the region chairs from the 5 regional chambers are in the position of vice president, all of them. So that's how we are composed. Now, in each regional chamber, we also have the region chair, the vice chair, the regional secretary, treasurer, and auditor, and of course the board of directors. So that's how we are made. We make the state chamber. So we are one chamber with 5 regional chambers.
And what are these regions?
Yes, of course, we have Region 1, Dallas-Fort Worth region. Region 2, we have, of course, the Greater Houston region. Yay! And we have the Rio Grande Valley region, the Greater San Antonio, and the baby, our Greater Austin region.
And we're proud. We started with 2 regions.
Just Dallas and Houston.
Yes, we're growing.
Texas
really
is
fast.
so big that we can still be growing our regions as we go on.
But would you agree then that what we're doing is we're on a controlled expansion? We don't just expand for the sake of expanding, because what we do, we look at these major Texas cities and we try to find what they need in terms of support for the Filipino businesses, which is what we're here to do. So I think for now, we're good with 5 regions, right? Are
Yes.
there any plans on doing any more?
Well, we can't say yet because, as you have said, we are continuously growing. As a matter of fact, Texas is home to almost 300,000 Filipinos, making Texas the third largest state with the highest Filipino American population, next to California and Hawaii, of course. So we're growing. People are coming over here, and businesses are growing too. So we can never tell. But we are here, of course, to inspire entrepreneurship. Support business growth. So if you have any plans of moving to Texas and you're also planning to put up a business, come see us. We're here to help.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't think people understand that Texas is one of the largest trading partners of the Philippines. And I saw a presentation before where I said, I never realized that Texas has all these businesses that provide exports to the Philippines, but at the same time also imports
That's right.
from the Philippines. And so that's what this chamber does, right? We provide the bridge, if you will, between businesses here and in the Philippines.
Yeah, that's actually one of our missions, to support trade missions between the two countries, specifically Texas, because we are here in Texas, so U.S. and Philippines, but concentrating in, of course, here in Texas. We are the biggest state here in the U.S. And speaking of import, coffee from the coffee makers from the Philippines, we are importing them here. So
Yeah, we're
yay.
starting. There was a coffee event this past weekend.
Yeah, the Kape Tayo.
Na Kape Tayo
And also
at the George R. Brown Convention Center, there was also a coffee
yeah,
expo.
that's right.
So
right.
Philippine coffee is starting to pick up because I personally like Philippine coffee. 'Cause first time I tried it, I could not believe how flavorful it was. Because we're so used to the brands here. So what they're trying to do, and my understanding is, Philippine coffee producers are trying to, I guess, increase their yield to be able to provide the volume needed for an international market.
and not just coffee. We also have award-winning chocolates.
Yes.
That's right.
Award-winning chocolates
There
from
was-
the Philippines.
Yeah, there was a contest in Europe
In
where
Europe,
Philippine
and-
chocolate won.
Yep.
Was it a
That's
few
right.
years ago? And so, yeah, it's what we do, I guess.
It's what we do. We eat a lot. That's why.
We eat a lot. And so we were talking earlier about
We eat,
Tess and
drink,
I.
and be merry.
No,
That's
we were
right.
in the Philippines together. Eileen was with us there
Yes.
too. So maybe you can tell us about some
About
of the.
what we did, what crazy things we did in the
No, well,
Philippines.
maybe not the crazy things, but if you want, you can share the crazy
Well,
things. But
yeah.
but
And then
what
we will
about the?
add on to it.
Yeah.
You can DM me.
Yeah. What about the meetings that you guys were? I wasn't able to attend any of the meetings, but the two of you and Tito Flor Ginhawa were available to meet with various government and private groups.
Yeah, actually, that visit in the Philippines, that was really very fruitful and productive. We went there not just to have vacation, not just to enjoy the Philippines, the food, but also to make connections and strengthen relationship. So we actually, when I was in Cebu, I met with the president of the Mandawi Chamber of Commerce. I'm really very excited to collaborate with them. Our chamber is really excited to collaborate with their chamber, so watch out for that. And also, we had the opportunity to meet with some of the leaders in the community, the mayors in different cities. Like, for example, in
You went to Baguio.
yeah, Baguio City, of course. Baguio City is a sister city of San Antonio, which is a city here in Texas. And of course, with active participation of the chamber, of our chamber there too. So that was Mayor Magalong. And the mayor of San Antonio went to Baguio City, Mayor Nirenberg. So it was really fun to enjoy panagbenga and also strengthen that relationship.
I saw your pictures. You joined the parade.
Yes, yeah. We were on the stage. We were just waiting for the floats and the dancers, the street performers to join in the Melvin Jones, the big park there in Baguio City. So yeah, it was really fun, and we got to have a private dinner with the mayor and kind of discuss about possibilities of more collaboration with the city.
Trade mission.
The trade mission, yeah, watch out for that. And also we had the opportunity to meet with the mayor of Lingayen.
In the Pangasinan.
Yes, Lingayen, Pangasinan. So that was really a very exciting meeting because I had the opportunity to attend mass wedding because it was February 14.
Yes, I remember your pictures too.
I know I didn't. That's actually my very first experience to attend a mass wedding like that.
How
You know,
many couples? Do you know?
94, around
Wow.
like that. 94, 96. That's a lot. A lot of love birds. And you had the opportunity to meet the mayor.
The mayor of Pasig, Mayor Vico Soto,
Mhm.
and we will continue our conversation. But I had to leave Manila, so I was not able to conclude.
That's okay. It's again, it's a start of making
We've opened the
connection.
door.
Yeah,
Yes.
you started the connection, so we can
Yeah.
just follow up.
That's good.
And also,
Apeco.
I was
we
going to say,
met with APECO.
what is APECO? Tell them, what is APECO?
Aurora Pacific Economic Zone in Aurora.
They were here a year ago, and we met with them at the Philippine Consulate here in Houston.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they were just so eager to meet with us and give us the updates of what they're doing, and they're really getting on inviting new businesses to look at APECO and look at the opportunity of
Mhm.
building your business there. I think they have several opportunities now, and they're working on it.
Mhm.
They're concentrating on securities, weaponries, right? Trade, because it's along the coast. So
So
If-
more to come on that, right?
yes, if they want to know more, you can message the chamber or go to their website, APECO. But definitely, we're looking forward to more collaboration with them. Yes.
And then you met with Aristocrat?
Yes, we actually ate there. We met with the president. Hello, thank you so much for that wonderful, delicious lunch.
And I missed it again.
Well,
You know,
where were you at that time?
I already left.
Oh, that's right. Because yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, and also we had the opportunity to, we were received, by the way, at the Department of Tourism by Secretary Frasco. Again, that's another future collaboration, especially because we're planning to have a trade mission. So it will, just watch out for that. It's going to be very exciting. Well, you'll hear announcements soon.
Yeah, trade missions. We're looking forward to that.
Yep, I am, because I've never been in trade mission. Have
I
you?
have, yes.
You were there, right? In Manila.
I don't know how much time we have, but I can give you a quick background of how this chamber came to be. So many years ago, there were two separate chambers. There's a PACC Dallas Fort Worth, and then there's PACC Houston. I was actually approached by our friends in Dallas about a trade mission that they were sponsoring to the Philippines, and they wanted to know, would we like to join? And I said, of course, we'll join you. So there was a big Filipino delegation from Dallas and Houston that went to Calabarzon. And so
that's in 2007, right?
this is 2007. And so we had a trade mission for about 3 days. And then after the trade mission, where we stayed I think it was an hotel in Alabang, and then we visited. It was close to where we were supposed to visit in the Calabarzon region. After that, we went to the Manila Hotel and joined a convention for the PCCI, Philippine Commerce, and
Philippine Chamber of Commerce.
Philippine
and
Chamber of
Industry.
Commerce and Industry. And so on that fateful last day of that PCCI convention, the would-be founders of this chamber met after breakfast. We were just chatting, and then I forget who it was, but I think it was our founder, Ethel Mercado, who said, what about coming up with a statewide chamber? And that's where this all started. So from that breakfast meeting, we just decided to meet again, and 6 months later, not even, the statewide chamber was born.
That's actually 2008.
Yes.
The
When we-
ACC
when-
was born.
When we became Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Texas.
Yes, and we celebrated our
16.
our anniversary.
16 years already.
Yes, and so one of the events that the state has sponsored that we'd like you to talk about is the CWIC Celebrating Women Inspiring Change. Give us a quick overview on that.
Yes, so Celebrating Women Inspiring Change is an annual event of the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Texas state level, but with all the 5 regional chambers participating in that event. So what we did this year, it's actually hybrid because we had the online, the virtual presentation of our speakers who are leaders, women leaders from different fields and from different locations as well. One in California, the other one in the Philippines, and of course here in Texas as well. And then after that, the celebration continued at the regional chambers location. We're simultaneously broadcasting that. As a matter of fact, on that day we had about 66,000 views on that day of the event. And imagine, after that, because the recorded live show can also be viewed, so there's more, but that was just on the first during that time. So Celebrating Women Inspiring Change, we'll watch out for that again next year. We are very thankful to all our speakers, leaders in different fields. The purpose of that, of course, is to celebrate our achievement and of course inspire others to do more and to step up and break more barriers.
And you brought a video,
before we
right?
continue, let's take a break.
And so when we come back, we're going to show you a video of quick what happened last March 29th. Stick around. I'm truly honored to welcome each of you to the Philippine American Chamber of Commerce of Texas annual event. We call it Celebrating Women Inspiring Change. And today we gather not only to recognize the incredible contribution of women, but also to further and foster an environment where their voices can be heard, our voices can be heard, and our achievements celebrated.
Wonder, what if we could find ways to figure out how to cure Alzheimer's? This leads me to talk about CARE. CARE is a study that is focused on the Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander population. CARE is a way to pave the way for meaningful inclusion of our community and make sure our voices are heard.
So we decided to start Town Square, Northwest Austin. And in that, I get to be an entrepreneur myself. So in helping so many business leaders over the years of my career at Deloitte, I get to be my own leader of a company with all of the challenges as well as all the joys associated with it.
Wanna start a business which catered to women entrepreneurs, retirees, near retirees, who are interested in putting up their own businesses, And then in the Juana series, we also have Juana Invest, where we discuss detection and avoidance of investment scam.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the end. This is the end for this year, but we look forward to our Celebrating Women Inspiring Change again next year. Please be sure to join us. And on behalf of everybody, thank you for all your...
Hello, we're back. So hopefully you enjoyed that video, and with that, we will take our leave. It was nice. That happened quick.
Yes, well, thank you so much for watching our very first episode for this new season of the Biztalk.
Biztalk. Thank you, Eileen, for joining us tonight.
Of course, I am so proud to be part of the Biztalk.
Yes.
Being our leader.
Well,
we started this when I was the region chair, remember?
Yeah, we're all leaders.
But you are now the president.
Well, they're my mentors, by the way.
Thank you very much. It was an honor to have you in our first episode. And we will offer you more guests. And
in the coming episodes.
The next episode will be one of our chamber members who runs a very successful business here in Houston.
Yeah.
And with that, we will see you again and hope you stick with us.
Yeah, thank you for joining us
Maraming
today.
salamat po sa mga nanonood sa Pilipinas.
Yes.
May mga comments.
And for those who are here in Houston, thank you very much, y'all.
So, do we have time to go look at comments?
Yeah,
Do we
maybe
have
next.
comments?
Do we have time?
Okay.
Yes. There you go.
Oh, from Florenzo Ginhawa. Hi, Tito Flora. He says, nice kickoff.
Hi,
Thank you for watching.
The Delia Ligot. I'm guessing she's related to you.
Oh, my mom.
Oh, hi, Mom. Good evening, Texas. Attorney Eileen, I love you. God bless you all and more power.
I love you too.
Thank you.
Reynaldo po, Manadalia.
Yes, Bicolada.
Okay, that's Marilyn. Thank you,
Yes.
Marilyn.
You both look great together.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Marilyn.
much.
Thank you.
All right.
And to all our audience, thank you. Maraming salamat po. We will see you again next time.
See you in 2 weeks.
On
The
The Biztalk.
Biztalk. Bye.